Happy birthday, Lucid, and thanks to Rachel and Matt for having me along here. So somebody's been tagging shit barf all over Seattle. It's become so invasive that the stranger put out a call recently and wanted to know who it was, which started this really insane, wonderful comment thread on the website. I happen to know who the tagger is, but I thought it'd be a lot more fun to gather everyone's responses from the comment thread and write a found poem from that than to rat the person out. Anybody who says that kids say the damnedest things forgets that we're just bigger, louder, sometimes sadder kids. So everything in here is verbatim. Tag, you're it. Is it a bird? Is it a gang? It's shit barf. It's a vestigial bit of scent marking. If I don't spray, do I exist? Shit barf has been going on for a while now. I'm ignoring this. Incredibly, shit barf has made me nostalgic. I still like the little shit barfs. It's the giant ones that are starting to crop up that have me bothered. I am still ignoring this. I long for the days when shit and barf were kept separate as Jesus asked. Why do we need to solve shit barf? All the hip kids are doing it. It's nice to know that when they dig through the ruins of the 21st century, this is what they'll find. Sometimes during the death process, people do literally barf and shit. Horrible to contemplate. It's reminiscent of Dadaist work such as Duchamp's Fountain, a statement on the loss of dignity inherent in mortality. I just had the same thoughts in the men's room yesterday at Chai Tai. I love shit barf, but I have no small children to explain it to. Your quiz, or your challenge, all of you, is to go home and figure out exactly how you would explain shit barf to your kid. There's a guy named Sam Rodia who emigrated from Italy to the United States a long time ago. He's long gone himself. He started a family in Seattle and moved to Oakland with them, and then after getting divorced, moved to Watts in South Central LA. Built the Watts Towers for 33 years with seemingly no purpose at all. It's an example of outsider art, or otherwise known as naive art. The towers are pretty spectacular. I visited them last summer with a dear friend. In 1954, Sam Rodia packed up all his belongings and actually left town for good and never actually went back to Watts ever again. He died 11 years later, just before the Watts riots ensued. He called the towers Nuestro Pueblo, which is the name of the poem. And he was once asked why he built the towers. He said, "Why I build it, I can't tell you. Why a man make the pants? Why a man make the shoes?" So, Nuestro Pueblo for Will Campbell. For the pure waters he drank as a child, for the world's best chestnuts, for the many moves from Sereno, Italy, far to Dutch PA, Seattle, Oakland, Watts, the man built the tower. After the wide-awake gang pried away, after Los Traqueros laid their sleepers down long after China left town, he built the tower. After the Gandhi dancers arrested beds with ties, bolts, steel that bled in slick silver plates. For the hand to mouth, to hand and back to God, for the God the strong arm pulls and four-beat chants all dogging draws for the toppling down. The tower stood before the night that lasted for days, the night of Fry and Price, before the errant wave of judgment of batons and thin blue lines, blockbusters, knuckle dusters, Grape Street Crips, toy drives lame at the foot of Bloody Christmas, before zoot suits were black and white and all hung out on a line to dry, before the blur of claw bars, blue bars, rebars, death of the difference in de jure and de facto, the tower stood and the tower remained. Because a barely 5-foot man had it in mind to do something big out of sight, out of the blue, out of place, character, fashion, out of control, out of hand and shallow pocket, seashells, mortar, perlite tiles, rare wear. With the help, here and there, of mothers who sent their children with a broken blue glass of milk of magnesia, a man built a tower because it's not enough. Because it's not enough to pretend to be untrained and clumsy. It takes nerve to commit naive. Because we're outsiders for now. He climbed, he glue, he stammering, hammered, he good over bad all day for the divorce from home. For mnemonic device, vice, for fear the sled is drifting away with Marie. For art brute, no law but the raw and the rough, because it is absolutely enough to be alone and silent and must be whether we like it or not. Every man wake and every day make for the hills of his own alien logic, for the retunneled throat of his brother, the hard to swallow, for the pupils doubled down against charges the face cannot face, for that fear is too simple to fix. For his mother whose dancing shoes and innocent vision were tossed in the river at 9, her own mother too poor to cure her. For every cousin's dilation and curettage, another dozen issues left on the table. For restrictive covenants, for something to do with something we do for love. Because this is the big one, Elizabeth. Because maybe I'll go to the sky. Because nobody asked and nobody needed to. Why? For bad men with good ideas. For a day to come, a day at a time, a man built a tower, a gazebo, a spire, and then rest for a spell. And the neighbor's children sleep like angels, heaped in the middle of hell.